Hello. In this short tutorial, I will show you how you can set up your first case for a patient of yours. We will start by visiting the login page. Here I will enter the email address and password with which I registered and click Login. This will bring me directly to my list of cases, which is, of course, currently empty. First thing to do is to create a new case. For its title, I will use the name of my patient A.K., who is 74 years old and is complaining of bad mood and weakness. As I click on the Add Case button, a new case is created, and I am already at the first visit where I can interview my patient, who could be sitting in front of me. I will now check that the repertory is in the language that I want it. In this case, I will use English. The first thing to do is to identify some symptoms for my patient and add rubrics to my case. So I click on the Add Rubrics button, and I get to the interface for searching and adding rubrics to my case. Let us assume that the first symptom identified during the interview is suddenly waking from sleep. So I search with sleep, waking, sudden, and I find the rubric that I want. To add the rubric to this case, I select the weight I want from the Add menu, which appears when I move the mouse over the rubric. In this case, I choose weight 3, severe. My patient's second complaint is of weak memory. I search with weak memory. Notice that I don't need to type the entire word, and I find the rubric that I want, which I add with weight 2, moderate. The third symptom noticed on the patient is his ability to philosophize, which I search for, again, with incomplete words, and I find the rubric I want and add it with weight 1, light. At this point, if we close the search interface and go back to the main visit page, we see that the case we already have created appears with the 3 rubrics we have added on the left. Also on the right, we already have an automatically calculated list of suggested remedies and their scores. Higher is better. At this point, we can either go back and search for more rubrics to add to our case, or we can click the Suggest Rubrics button for a suggested remedy that interests us, for example, sulfur. Notice that this button appears when you hover the mouse over the remedy. By clicking on Suggest Rubrics, Lifetree calculates and recommends a series of rubrics that we could ask the patient about to confirm whether he has those symptoms or not. These symptoms, relevant to the selected remedy, sulfur in this case, would favour this remedy if confirmed. For example, we can ask the patient if he has an aversion to acid. His response is affirmative, so we add the rubric to our case with weight 2, moderate. You can see it here, added to the case description. Notice that Lifetree has already instantly calculated the remedy scores, and the score for sulfur has increased. At this point, if we are ready to complete our interview and issue a prescription, we click on the New Prescription button, which takes us to the prescription page. Here we enter the remedy we want to prescribe, in this case, sulfur. Notice the auto-completion that helps us type it in. We choose a potency of 12C, dosing structure of 2 times daily for 30 days, and we click on the Finalize Prescription button. At this point, we have completed our interview and our visit for this patient. We can, of course, come back and edit the case at any time, create another visit, and so on. Don't forget to also check out our other tutorial videos, where you can learn about other interesting features of Lifetree, such as the score breakdown facility, how to view and manipulate your case, and the list of recommended remedies, examining the rubric details, including book references for each single remedy within the rubric, and many more. To try out Lifetree for free or learn more, visit us at lifetree.net.